question is, how much effort or sacrifice are you willing to make in your life to get the things that you want to get?
Yes. Oh, right, because my example was waking up early to then be able to go on a hike, essentially to bring me joy again. Like the part that I don't like is the waking up early. Like I don't know many people that actually do like that, but it's to give me, well, I think part of it is to give me an incentive to wake up early, but also there's a sacrifice that I think we have to realize there are things in life that are going to take away from us, but then there also has to be an equal or a more abundant amount of things that give back to us so that we can continue that cycle of doing things that might take our energy away, but like you're saying, in order to gain from that and to receive all that we desire. And it's like sometimes it's a feeling, sometimes it's an actual tangible thing or a goal, but what are we willing to essentially take? What are we willing to do that's going to take from us?
Often there's a benefit to the sacrifice. That's the whole point of what we're talking about here. There's a give and take in many things. And so when you can recognize and then prioritize what's better, how do you discern when you've suffered enough? So someone is just right fucked. How do you start caring for yourself when you have been maybe you've had an entire lifetime of doing things for other people. That's how you got your joy. That's how you received your love. That's how, it's just like you think it's in the name of servitude, but it's actually just out of fear. Like, that's a very common theme. Like the over nurturing, the over giving, the trying to pour from an empty cup. How do you possibly get somebody that is just like knows, maybe like this is an extreme, but this is the point of these conversations. Somebody that genuinely doesn't believe that they're worth doing anything for themselves and all of their worth comes externally. What's the first step?
That's so deep. That's such a hard place to start from. There are also, I believe, in everyone's lives, instances where they did feel a sliver of joy, a moment of groundedness, solitude, like reverence for themselves. And so, what I usually do is encourage people to find that point, find that recollection, whether it's through like a memory or just being able to recall that feeling right now.
Mhm.
Like let's, you know what I mean, like let's truly work on the recall and the embodiment of that feeling and realize that you just brought it in.
Mhm.
It
Right,
wasn't something that
that you
came
were
outside
capable
of
of
your,
creating that.
it's not something that you gained from over there or this person or that thing. You
Mhm.
made that.
That you cultivated it.
That is possible, then it's possible, right? On a grander scale, in a greater instance. But sometimes we have to go back to the things that we already know that we have done, but we haven't acknowledged it as so. We are so good at self soothing. We are so good at providing for ourselves, but we don't give ourselves the awareness that we are doing it because we are
Right.
slowly seeing the output that we do for everyone else, right? And so it starts really small. Where have you already given yourself a moment to breathe, to feel joy, to laugh, to love?
Yeah. Like the awareness, but also the recognition. I would say like the recognition as a term where the awareness can be there, but you
You have
can
to
be
name
aware without recognizing.
absolutely, you have to name it as so. It's
Yeah.
changing the label
Yeah.
because we're labeling all of these things, but we're not labeling these small things that we do as care for ourselves. We think self care is grand and big and bubble baths and stupid shit like that. And it can
Yeah.
be because I
It
love a
can
good
be.
fucking bubble bath. And also, it's not always that big. So start small. What is
Yeah.
the one thing?
You can also be in the bath and be fucking miserable thinking that you're wasting time and, this is stupid and the bath bomb stinks. Yes, the recognition of it. And like cliches are cliches for a reason. Like maybe we can talk about some really solid cliches. Gratitude.
Here, period.
Like what a powerful practice. I actually cliches annoy me because they are
They're
so
so good.
cliche.
They're so
They're
good.
so good that they're so obvious that I'm not going to do it.
Right.
Like, can you
Well,
believe
those are
that?
banned
That's what
for a
happened.
reason, because they work.
The ease at which they work too, and the effectiveness. This is what makes them a cliche. But now that they're so mainstream and so cliche, it's like people want to skip over it because they want something a little bit more niche. They want something a little bit more special than just gratitude.
There's such an abundance of tools out there, and what might work for me might not work for you, but all you have to do is pick one. You don't need a fucking list after a whole fucking toolbox that you're never going to open anyways. Like, oh, I'm feeling like, especially this one of feeling like you need to no longer be uncomfortable or have hard feelings in order to do or get out of the mess. It's like, sit in that shit. Stop shying it away and pretending like it's not there and getting absolutely no there. Maybe if you just let yourself be tired, you'll stop being tired eventually.
Yeah, and you'll do something about it. And this kind of ties into the entire beginning of this conversation where it's like, what are you willing to sacrifice, or what are you willing to do in the name of growth and health? It better be uncomfortable. It better fucking be. Because if it's not, then what are you even doing? This is how we grow as human. We're not going to grow in ease. Like, I'm a promoter of shame.
Shame.
Power, all the power to shame. Shame is a powerful motivator. When I feel shame, it's because I fucked up.
Yes.
If I'm feeling shame, it's because I fucked up and I better do better.
Yes.
So that
Yes.
shame better be there and I better feel it wholly.
Yeah. Yes.
My goal is to never not feel shame again. My goal is to feel it so I know that I fucked up. What are we trying to do? Get rid of shame?
Right.
We're trying to heal from shame? What? It is the most powerful message, if you can sit there and recognize that what you did is actually like, and okay, obviously there's nuances. We're going to come in. It's like people feel shameful for every single action that they've ever made in their lives. That's a different story,
Right. Yeah.
like we're going to unravel and slowly come to terms with what is the shame. Is the shame actually?
If you give space for shame in its respective place, it won't leak into other areas that don't fucking require actual shame.
That part, the respective place.
Yeah. So then it's showing up everywhere instead. You're not giving it the room. It's going to make the fucking room anyways.
It's going to be yelling in your face until you listen to it. Yeah, right? Because there's certain behaviors that I'm sure evoke shame in people that don't condone shame. But because the shame is not being heard and looked at and responded to, then yeah, you're right. It's just going to be what overlaps because it's the heaviest and it's the hardest.
I'm in pain all the time. My body doesn't want to do anything 100% of the time, but I force myself to, and I exist as the person that gets shit done and does what I want to do. And I am doing those things because my back and my neck and my shoulder and my hips and my knees are going to hurt if I just sit around. There is no part that isn't pain or suffering in some way, or me having to modify movements and the way that I do things all of the time. But I'm going to what? Sit around and like do nothing?
Yeah.
I'm going to choose nothing.
Like, we want to start quoting Buddha. Life is suffering. Pick your pain. Pick your poison. It's hard in either direction. Do we want to move towards more fucking chaos? And well, we like chaos around here.
But
choose
your hard, right? You get to choose your hard.
It's hard either way. Or do you want to go hard towards joy?
Yeah. Or do you want like physically hard or mentally and emotionally hard? Because if you just sit around doing nothing, you know what you also have time to do?
Everything.
Yeah, everything inside of your own mind. And inside of your mind, you can think of some wild shit. And absolutely insane situations and reactions and things that aren't happening and add on to old things and all everything. Like, as soon as someone else comes into the thing, like, I'm the person that's like, are you sure about that? Like, why don't we unpack that thought that you just had?
That you created, are you on?
Yeah. But you're like in creator mode on Skyrim making modifications to a game that doesn't exist, and that game is inside of your mind. Mm-hmm. And all of this is just you're adding on to your own suffering with ideas and thoughts and weird things. Like, where is this coming from?
Which turns into reality for people, for all of us. It can turn into reality. It's just like there is not a space for bullshit. just full stop, right? Like, what's the point? Tell me the point of that. There isn't one. And most of society right now is just swimming in bullshit.
They're drowning, actually.
Drowning.
Yeah,
Drowning.
swimming would be surviving, right?
Yeah. They haven't even learned to float on their back so their nose is out of the bullshit. Like, and it's just, why live in a space where you're just creating a lie gift wrapped in denial with a bow that says I'm fine?
Yeah, the
I'm not
lies
fine.
are the distraction to, like, it's for most people they just don't want to sit in truth. It's so hard to sit in reality that they'd rather avoid and create lies that they can focus on, where, like, for you, what you're saying, like, you have such an internal focus and everyone else's focus is outside of themselves. It's not even in reality, it's somewhere else that
Yeah.
doesn't even, I mean, it only exists for them and the people that agree with them.
Yeah, and if you disagree, if you tell people things they don't want to hear, well, you know,
Shame on you.
shame on me.
you.
I'm the asshole, I guess, you know, like, I don't know what you were expecting, but I think if you came to me to have a conversation, what you actually wanted was the truth. And I'll tell it to you.
Right.
But maybe you weren't prepared to hear it.
Right.
And you're going to hear it whether you're prepared or not.
Yeah.
I think what is uncomfortable about the surface level shit right now too is a lot of people aren't deciding what it is for themselves. They're being told and they're just listening.
Right. There's a high level of acceptance, but not in their own truth, in something outside of them. Like, there's not a lot of discernment or dissection of what is being said to you. There's just, like, it's almost like this, they think it's surrender and acceptance, but it's like just a bad it's like the bad.
I think there's a difference between surrender and acceptance and rolling over.
Well, I think that's in the delusion of their mind, is that they're accepting. It's a surrender, but it's not
that thing.
You're misconstruing these two.
Anyway, how much are we willing to suffer? Sacrifice? Suffer? I guess those can be similar. Both. And knowing too, if you're someone that's listening and is just feeling like this is too much to listen to, like, I'm feeling stuck, how can I possibly make a decision when every decision I make is a major sacrifice?
Yeah.
Major, like, right? Especially when maybe it's family stuff, relationships, whatever. You're not ready to make the decision. You don't have enough information. We were talking about what you do for joy, right? To bring joy, the simple things, the cliches, the gratitude, the this. I get your cup's empty. If you're in that place, you're depleted. So what else is going to fill it?
But I want to even take a step back from that, because I think even the idea for many, filling up our cup might also be super far. And so in those states, I always go back to, this is like a paramount pillar for me, is safety. Mm-hmm. Feeling safe with yourself, feeling safe in your body, feeling safe in your decisions so that you can trust yourself. People don't trust themselves enough
to really good point.
These kinds of things. And so we need to be fundamental in that. What makes you feel safe? If you haven't felt it yet, you need to figure it out.
Go figure it out. Exactly. Like dig deep. And this is, I think, the point I'm trying to make is it's not going to be easy. But nor is being this sad or stressed out or
that's also
angry.
Hard. Pick your hard.
That's also hard. That living a life like that is also really fucking hard. So pick your hard, like you said. Yeah. Pick it. Which path, the hard that's going to get you to the joy, or the hard that's just going to remain and be familiar forever.
Right. And potentially bring you on a decline. We were talking about before the loneliness pandemic and how that creates depression and anxiety in people. And it's a hard place. What is here for you right now? It's not a judgment call. It's not a let me fix you again. Going back to I do not
never that thing.
Like, it's presence.
Presence is presence.
That's all that I think loneliness is looking for. Presence. Somebody to be in that along with you.